this week we got a bunch of great setups. In this video, I want to go over the stocks that I'm watching this week. I want to talk about Coinbase. I entered into a call position, a swing trade on Coinbase calls. I want to go in depth on the price target and what we are taking a look at the chart. I want to take a look at some new plays that I am looking at, some new eyes. And this is going to be a very interesting video to really keep you prepared for this week, because we have a lot going on. We do have inflation numbers tomorrow as well as on Wednesday. If you have not already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. We have a lot, big plans for the future. But if you have not already, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. Also, sorry for the late upload. I know this is a little late, but let's get started right here. So the first thing that I'm taking a look at for this week is we have inflation numbers, the PPI, which is on Tuesday, 1 hour before market opens. The numbers are going to come out during pre-market. So by the time market opens up, we're either going to gap up or gap down. And then on Wednesday, 1 hour before market opens, we're also going to have inflation numbers. So this is Eastern time zone. So that would be 9:30 market open. So 1 hour before market opens, we have the numbers. So these two are the biggest catalyst for this week, and it is really going to decide, if you push to the upside for the market or push to the downside. The first thing that I want to take a look at is the SPY, the S&P 500. It is looking very nice, as we talked about it in one of our previous videos. We called the bottom. The bottom was in. We had a very nice 30% gain on SPY calls, but we could see that we bounced off very nicely. But now we are in this downtrend, and we are still in a downtrend. We have not broken it to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at this week. Okay, are we going to be testing this level of resistance right here? Are we going to retest this level of resistance? And if so, are we going to push this and break out to the upside? So we have this very nice downtrend resistance on the S&P 500, just like previously over here. So far, it is looking good. My price target for this week is $540 to touch this level. But it all really depends upon the inflation numbers. So this is why we had a choppy day today in the markets, because we are all waiting for the inflation numbers, and it really all depends upon what the inflation number says and then how the market reacts. So this is how the SPY is looking to test a level of resistance for a potential breakout to the upside. The next we have is QQQ. Now QQQ looks a little bit more better. The chart does look a little bit more better because it got a little bit more tight, and it is a lot more clear. So QQQ resistance is right over here, and we could see that 556 is the resistance. We could see this was our previous downtrend breakout, and we can really see that tomorrow is going to be the deciding factor, and what happens this week with the inflation numbers are going to decide if we break out to the upside for QQQ and for SPY. So it is looking very interesting, and let's see what happens with the inflation numbers. I personally think the market is going to break to the upside with the inflation numbers, because we are already down so much in the market. But we will see what happens tomorrow pre-market as well as Wednesday. Now the first play that I'm taking a look at is Coinbase, and I already entered in a very nice position. I got weekly calls for Coinbase. I want to take a look at this very nice level of support. We have the 195 level. We have the RSI that has bottomed out. And then the third thing that I want to take a look at is this ascending triangle formation. And then the fourth thing that I want to take a look at is I want to take a look at the price target, which is going to be around $214. So the first thing that I want to take a look at is just a bigger picture and the overall trend. We could see that Coinbase as well as Bitcoin has these periods where we consolidate. Okay, this is called kind of like the accumulation phase, where we trade between two zones to support the resistance we talked a lot about plays like these. For example, Roblox was a very similar play. Basic play, playing the bounce. We also have something like Snow. So we could see that Coinbase is trading like this, and we bought in calls right at the level of support for Coinbase. Now, right now, Coinbase is hanging at the level of support, but we could see that we have this ascending triangle formation here, and this price action is looking amazing. We are making higher lows here, and we could see that we just need to break above $195, and 200 is a very nice mental level. So it's very tough right now to break the $200 level, and once we break that to the upside, it is going to be amazing. It's just gonna explode. Now you might see this play and you're probably saying, okay, it had already broken the level of support, it might start invalidating or whatnot, but we could see something like Bitcoin, where Coinbase and Bitcoin follow each other, and we could see that Bitcoin is holding its support. Something like Solana also looks just like that. So Coinbase had broken the support, but Coinbase follows Bitcoin and Solana and all those other crypto. So we have to take a look at Bitcoin together with Coinbase, and we could see that Bitcoin also looks very nice. It bounced off the level of support, and we also have this kind of this flag setup going on for Bitcoin. We just need some momentum. We need a positive catalyst, and that is going to be the inflation numbers tomorrow. So this is the setup on Coinbase. Now, for the contracts, we do need a 5% move. Now, my price target is this resistance right over here. We could see that the contracts are pretty wacky on Coinbase because the stock moves a lot. So for example, just taking a look at price action over here, we could see like on average it'll move like 5% conservatively. So my price target is going to be a 5% move, a very conservative price target. So around 203, 204. That is when I want to get out of my position. I just want to play this quick bounce. And previously I had a play on Coinbase. If you go to the Swing Trades channel, you can see the previous trades, and you could see that we had a previous trade on Coinbase where we played a bounce like this. So this chart is looking very nice for Coinbase, the number one play that I'm looking at for this week. So next we got Snow, and this play is very similar to the Coinbase play, but it is a lot better because it is at a bigger time frame. It is at a bigger time frame and has been accumulating for a much larger period, and it is at a extreme low. The yearly low, the lowest it has ever been. So we're taking a look at Snowflake right now. I am personally playing this play with shares. I got my shares a while back for Snow, but I'm just playing the quick bounce off the level of support right here. We can see that 121 is a very nice level of resistance. We can take a look at the RSI. The RSI is at a oversold level, and the chart is just looking amazing right here. The RSI, the level of support, if we take a look at the daily time frame, we could see that we are holding this level of support, and as long as if we hold this level of support, then we are looking good. So the stop loss is going to be really the lower low around 100, 103. We just need to be above 120 for it to be bullish. So this is a longer time frame play. I'm personally playing it with shares because this play is on a way bigger time frame. So this is what I'm taking a look at for Snow. So next we got Ford. Okay, Ford is looking very interesting here. We can see that Ford has a lot of levels. So I have a lot of levels drawn here for Ford. But the first thing that I want to take a look at is the bigger picture right here. So the bigger picture, we have this double bottom going on for Ford. Okay, we have this solid double bottom right here. And then we can take a look at the RSI. The RSI is looking pretty good. It's sitting right around the low. It can go lower right here, but then daily is where it gets very interesting. We can see that we have multiple levels. The lowest level we have right here for a potential double bottom play. The stop loss is going to be the close below $9.60. We need to hold this level. And then we have these resistance as price targets. We see that we had previous channels right here. And we could see that these drawings or these lines that I drew are just not some, random levels. These are levels where Ford respects these levels. So this is a $9 stock. Contracts are dirt cheap. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, in this play, in the comments. But Ford is looking very nice right here. Even for shares, we're talking about 12% conservatively. You can definitely play options, or you can buy in 100 shares and then sell a premium on that. So Ford is looking good. So next we have just a quick update on Bitcoin. Really the last chance to buy Bitcoin under 60,000. I'm gonna make a whole video on this. We have elections coming up. Elections are going to be driving the volume. Okay, is going to be absolutely insane. The technical analysis looks amazing. So I'm gonna make a whole video on this because we have a lot to talk about. If you go to my Instagram stories, you guys can see, I was in Bitcoin around $28,000. That was my entry, but it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge in the next couple of years. So I really think this is gonna be the last chance to buy Bitcoin under $60,000. Next, I want to talk about Apple. So Apple and all these tech stocks are looking very, very similar. So like Microsoft, like Amazon, like Google. So if we take a look at all of these stocks, they're all bouncing off of this level of support. And we have this downtrend breakout situation going on. So I'm just very bullish in the market right now. We hit a massive level of support, and then we have this downtrend breakout going on. But if for some reason tomorrow or this week we are red, I want to play calls right at the level of support. So this is just a scenario where if for some reason the market drops or something happens, I want to play calls at the level of support for Microsoft, for something like Apple. The chances of that happening are pretty low, but let's see what happens. If you bought in shares, you pretty much sniped the bottom at the level of support. Like everything bounced off the level of support. Coinbase is for sure lagging behind right now. That is why I'm in Coinbase calls. But overall, let's see what happens tomorrow with the inflation numbers. I'm very, very excited for tomorrow. And then let's see what happens on Wednesday. And let me know. And see you guys in the Discord. And if you have not already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. And take care.